Hi, I'm Linda Bartok. I'm a diamond coach with Team Beachbody, and I'm also going to be starting the 21 Day Fix program today. So I wanted to do a quick video just to kind of give my ideas and opinions on 21 Day Fix, what it's like going through it. I'll try to video journal as much as I can during the 21 days so that you can have an idea of what it's like going through as well. But today is day one. And so I want to start with why I'm doing this. So every time we have a new person start a program, we always ask, why are you doing the program? Is it, you want to lose weight, you want to get in shape? Everyone has these really simple, easy answers. But there's usually something deeper than that. So for me personally, I started about 2 years ago, and I had come home from a family vacation, and I got on a scale, and I was 2 pounds from obese. And I had never, ever, ever been obese in my whole life, and so kind of scared the heck out of me. And then also, I have family and friends that are obese, and I see how difficult it is for them. First it starts with not being able to do everything everyone else is doing, or maybe having the fat rolls that hurt or whatever. And then, it progresses to being more and more restricted and eventually developing things like blood pressure, diabetes, developing high blood pressure and diabetes, and some other things. And it was a path I didn't want to go down. And I realized I was having a hard time walking long distances, which I hadn't done before. I had gone up to a size 16 pants, which for me was huge. I had never, ever been that big before. I know for some people that is like a great weight because they've been bigger than that. But for me personally, that was kind of a tipping point for me. So I decided to try and start working out. Tried a couple programs, kind of started, kind of stopped, started, stopped, lost 5, 10 pounds, something like that. And then one of my friends introduced me to our challenge groups, which if you're not familiar, what that is you get assigned a coach, someone like me. And then we put you into a group, or we work with you one-on-one. And our whole goal is to motivate you and be a friend and be a supporter. We're not nutrition experts. We aren't required to know everything about fitness. But we're just kind of there and offer support and keep encouraging you. So I got put into one of those groups with a Beachbody program and Shakeology. And the Shakeology, oh my goodness, I cannot even remotely tell you the difference that Shakeology made. So week one, I had a hard time getting up out of bed and exercising. Hard time staying to any diet plan. Week two is about when I started the Shakeology because I ordered it later. And I started noticing a little bit of a difference, not a whole lot. It wasn't super noticeable the first week. Second weekend from the Shakeology, I was getting up earlier. I was able to do more of my workouts. I was sticking to my diet plan more. And the best part was it was starting to reduce my cravings. And I started to actually want vegetables, which was kind of new for me. So anyways, that's how I started. I actually did fairly well. I have before and after photos on my pages. You can see them. Just go to Linda Bartok on Facebook or on Instagram and find me. But I got down to a nice size. I felt good. I was in shape. I was toned. Life was great until this fall. And so it was very, very hard, especially being a coach and trying to motivate people when you don't feel good. But I had a lot of problems this fall, medical problems, primarily related to my back and I guess my pelvis and SI joint and some other things. And it made it to where I couldn't even hardly sit still for like 30 minutes, like in a chair, and I couldn't work, and I couldn't stand for more than 10 or 15 minutes and you know, it would cause pain. And I went to a zillion specialists, tons, you have no idea. And I've had a ton of diagnoses. Every time you go somewhere, you get a new diagnosis and you get a new prescription or something. So, but it wasn't until, you know, I started actually feeling better. I started going to a chiropractor and massage therapy, some alternative medicine, and me being a nurse practitioner, it was like bottom of my list. Like I had run out of options when I went down to a chiropractor and massage therapist. But let me tell you, they are doing so much more than I got from any of the other providers. And I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm still not able to work right now, but I am cleared to work out. So once they told me I was cleared to work out, and they told me I was able to like start doing things that I hadn't been doing because I had been on spinal precautions. And then they told me I had basically, well, they didn't tell me this, but it was underlying. I have basically two choices. I can either A, kind of lay around and be depressed and sad that I can't work and, you know, look at the 30 pounds I've put on since I've had this spinal problem going on. And, you know, just sit around and eat and do nothing. And what would happen is my pain would get worse. It wouldn't get better. I would probably end up in a wheelchair with, you know, blood pressure problems, diabetes, and who knows what else, because I wouldn't be able to walk much. And I just couldn't do it. I didn't want that life. So instead, what I've been doing is the other alternative, what they did tell me is the only thing I could do to make my pain in my back and my pelvis and everything better. And they said it may not get 100% better, but at least make it better. The only thing I could do was exercise, which is kind of ironic given that I'm a Beachbody coach. So I decided, all right, let's give it a try. I tried some of the programs I had done in the past, but they were a little more intense. And given that I hadn't worked out in 4 or 5 or 6 months, I needed something a little easier. So I did a couple workouts here and there from this program to see if I could do it. But now I am all in, and I am going to do this 21-day fix. So I've taken my before photos. That is the very most important thing. When you first get your program, make sure you look at it, you take those before photos, you do your before measurements. It really sucks because no one wants to look at themselves in a bikini. But I did it, which I will thank myself for later, because last time when I lost weight and I could look at the before and the after, very nice. Not that I was very nice, but it was just awesome to see the progress. So totally worth it. So go ahead, get those before and after photos. The second thing was yesterday, Sunday, I needed to meal prep, which is one of the most important parts of the program, is making sure that you plan out your meals for the week and then prep what you can in advance so you don't end up like running to McDonald's and like getting something because you're hungry because you didn't make food or because there's nothing ready in the fridge. So, so that's the hardest part. Here's one of my snacks, celery, peanut butter, some sliced turkey, I guess. So that's just a snack if you want to look at this. Now here's the fun part though. They give you these like containers, right? And each container is a different color. They all nest inside each other, which is really awesome. But, and like, here's one here. It looks really super tiny. When you're looking at this container and you go, that's all I get for the day, you look at it and you're like, oh, there's no way in heck. But when you put it on a plate, this is half of a green container. It is one red container, and it's one of my blue containers. So when you actually get like a full meal, because that's a snack, it takes up the whole freaking plate. You would be so surprised. So you're not going to get hungry, especially if you get it with the Shakeology. I highly, highly recommend the Shakeology. It acts as one of your containers, but it fills you up like you wouldn't believe. It's going to help you with your cravings, and I like it because I think it tastes good. It's like having a chocolate shake. So I have that every night when I get those chocolate cravings. I get the Shakeology so that I don't, go binging. So anyways, it's, I'm sorry. It's very nice meeting all of you, whoever happens to watch this video. And if you want information on the 21-day fix, just go ahead and message me or find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll put my stuff down below the video in the comments. And if you are doing the 21-day fix also, by all means, let me know, because I do have some groups going. And if you don't have a coach yet, I am more than happy to put you in my groups, and you can do it along with us. And I think that's it. So be prepared for some more videos this week. Sorry, this one is super long, but I really needed to explain why I'm doing this. Just like when you get ready to get started, you're going to want to explain why you're doing it too. So, all right, till tomorrow, have a good night.